Coming up on News You Can Use, a name change has happened to our stadium, Hip Chicks makes a stop for our girls' STEAM program, and post-secondary fair gets students thinking about their future. All these stories and more coming up on News You Can Use. Hello, and welcome to this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Charlie Schultz. Let's get started. Life after high school may seem intimidating, but Hatboro-Horsham is here to help. The high school held its annual post-secondary fair for students to explore endless possibilities.
Today, this is our annual Fall Post-Secondary Fair. We have the largest turnout that we've ever had in terms of representatives. We have over 120 different organizations that are here to talk to our students. Places that include colleges and universities, two-year schools, trade schools. We also have military branches and some gap year institutions.
The most important piece of information I can share is that you must visit. No matter where you go, no matter what you're applying to, you must visit the campus. SHIP has a great homey feel, and walking around the college campuses is going to be very, very important to see if you fit in, to see if the educational setting is a good environment for you to learn and be successful, to see if the resources that we have are what you need to be successful.
We feel it's important to give kids exposure to the options that they have following graduation. It's never too early to start researching different places, and also we hope that it motivates students to continue to try as hard as they can while they're in high school.
A lot of people think the Army is just going to war. The Army has over 150 different jobs. I'm actually a chef in the Army, and I've been to Iraq twice. And most people are like, oh, you've been to war, you had to fight? No, I cooked. It's not all about war, fighting, and all that.
I hope that the students take advantage of the fair in speaking with representatives. I know it is a little bit of a challenge to get the confidence in order to talk to a stranger.
It has helped prepare me because I've been going more and more into looking at different colleges. From the start, I was walking around, not really checking it out, but now I'm starting to look at all the colleges and seeing what they have to offer.
We have 2 international institutions here this year, so that's a new thing for us.
Very much an international experience. We're located in Dublin, the heart of Ireland and the EU, which is great. So for students who are looking to sort of add that element to their undergraduate experience, it's a great opportunity. We also, schools in the EU do not have general education requirements. So students who know what they want to study and who are ready to kind of focus on their major, it's another great option.
It's gotten me to narrow it down to a couple colleges, a lot of colleges. I'm just looking for one that has a program that I want to do.
The fair has helped me because with open houses, they tell you when the open houses are, and I know when you're an underclassman, that's all you really want to do first. So it helps you get that first step to opening up the door to that.
And whether they want to do ROTC, military, or just trying to find your school of choice, really ask these representatives, what makes your school awesome? What makes you happy to go to work every day? What makes your place special?
On average, each graduating class has about 93% of students go on to a post-secondary education. The next college fair will be held in the springtime. Orange juice, donuts, and bagels. Oh my, you know what that means. Time for Link Crew's annual Bagel Bash. Sorry, upperclassmen, freshmen only.
Bagel Bash is one of our social follow-ups. It happens during the school day, obviously, second period, and we have all of the link leaders and their crews come back together. So right now they're sitting at tables with their crews that they were with on the first day. It's an opportunity for them to check in, make sure everything's going okay, and for the freshmen to see each other again, because they may not have seen each other since that first day of school.
The Bagel Bash is just about bringing our freshmen in, talking, checking up with them, giving them a break from school, letting them have some fun, getting to talk to them more. I'd have to say helping the freshmen. When I came into high school, I was the oldest out of my family, so I didn't have anybody to look up to and get help from. So helping other freshmen that like are the oldest in their family get used to the school is really nice for me.
I joined because I thought it would be fun, and I wanted to, help out freshmen because I knew the struggles that I had as a freshman, and I didn't want them going through the same thing, so I wanted to help them out of that. We're going to be doing some trivia, some contests, some other stuff, which is all sorts of fun.
It's a really fun event. Some of the tables go all out with their themes, and this is our 5th year, so it's been better every year.
I think I like the first day how we kind of got a little nervous, but we're now like a little chill. And Link Crew's a good way to kind of like go anywhere for help or just like relax with the place.
It's about really checking that connection. It's so important that our freshmen feel connected to the school, and this is an opportunity for them to just be reminded, hey, you know what, there is somebody here that cares about you and your success, and if you're feeling okay in our building.
I kind of hope that high school is a great place for opportunities, and you can just chill with everyone. It's still your time to do what you want, to pursue your dreams. And for me, it's like just to be successful, a good student.
I hope the freshmen leave thinking to themselves, A, I had fun, and B, you know what, somebody here really does care about me, and I'm starting to feel at home in this building.
Link Crew has over 90 student leaders, each paired with a group of 10 freshmen. Upcoming events for Link Crew include Friendsgiving and a holiday pancake breakfast. If you lack at being crafty or home improvement, this story is for you. Beth Allen, home improvement expert, was Hatboro-Horsham's latest speaker for our Girls STEAM program. Let's take a look.
Thank you so much for coming, and we are so excited to bring to you today Beth Allen. And the reason we had her come in is because she does fit the STEAM profile. She's an amazing woman who just has such a good message for our young ladies about empowering themselves to do things that maybe they would call like a contractor to do. She figured out how to do all that stuff on her own, and I think it's such a great message for young girls to hear that they don't have to go get help from someone.
The company's called HIP-CHICS, and it stands for Home Improvement Project Chicks. And the whole focus of the company is about empowering women to be smart, capable, and confident homeowners.
She's a mom of 3 boys that have all gone through here, and it's really cool to see that you don't have to look very far outside of our community. We can just look inside of our community to really find inspiring women, and that's awesome for our girls.
I had absolutely no idea when I was a kid that I would end up doing any of this. When I was 10, I had a fractured skull and a concussion and spent a week in the hospital and left saying, I'm going to be a nurse when I grow up. So that's what I did. I went to nursing school, and it was through the process of staying home to raise my kids when I had a lot of time on my hands but not a lot of money that I delved into everything home.
I think that it's really awesome because like it involves interior design, which I like, and TV stuff, which I like, because she had to make like YouTube stuff and she had to edit and film that, and like it was all her like building stuff, so I really like resonated with what she was saying.
My favorite part was just hearing about her experience of becoming a designer, and it was like really cool how she grew up, and I thought it was very inspirational.
She just finds a problem and solves it, and that's science, that's engineering, that's math. It's like, here's my problem, here are the steps I'm going to take to solve it, and you can apply that really to any of the categories in STEAM. And yeah, she's arts too, so she is a really well-rounded speaker for our kids to hear.
There is so few women in the home contracting world, whether it's just a general builder, plumbers, electricians, and there is such a market. There's such a market for it because, one, these can be really high-paying jobs, and they often only require a 2-year apprenticeship.
There are these things that happen throughout your life that can really shape who you are, and I think it was cool to hear her story and see how she took some negatives in her life and really turned them into positives.
The biggest thing I want the students to take away is that the opportunities are out there, but they have to make it happen. My whole philosophy is about doing it yourself, and that applies to every aspect of your life. If you want something, you have to be behind the driving force of making it happen.
Allen also offers classes to the community so they can learn some home improvements on their own. For more information about Allen's classes, head to hh-tv.com and enter keyword HIPChicks. For over 25 years, Hatboro-Horsham Education Foundation, also known as HHEF, has been awarding grants and helping the school district achieve its goals. HHEF held their annual grant reception to award this year's Innovative Learning Grants.
This is one of the most special nights of the year for the foundation because we get to recognize teachers and administrators in our district who took the time to put together these wonderful proposals that were very carefully vetted by our grants committee, and they determined that these had the most potential to impact students and the curriculum. So it's a chance to recognize the teachers for all the effort that they put into their proposals and to show them how much we appreciate the fact that they wanted to think outside the box.
So this year my grant was teleprompters for the new HHTV News Magazine show. So one thing I'm doing this year in my TV2 class, they're making a 15-minute news magazine show, and thanks to the teleprompters we can actually do it.
This year we've awarded over $100,000 in grants to the school district, covering a wide range of subjects from mindfulness to arts programs, and very specifically a lot of programs in STEM.
Frankly, without grants, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. Because we have great ideas, but frankly, we need support and funding to make those ideas really happen. And the grants offer us an opportunity.
The HHEF has been awarding grants for over 25 years, and in total has given over $1 million to the school district. Our board members put much of their time and energy into the foundation, and most importantly, they are advocates in the community. They make sure that businesses and individuals in the community are aware of what we're doing.
It is so important that we have the support of the Ed Foundation because our students are using technology 24/7, and to be able to offer to them the opportunity to use new and innovative equipment, it really enables them to learn more and to use it in an appropriate and useful manner. So it's the support of the foundation and enable us to get this equipment is phenomenal.
Over 18 grants were awarded to teachers and staff this year. Hatter Stadium is no more. The official name change of Hatter Stadium to N. Dennis Steinley Memorial Stadium took place on October 26th. Amanda Treville has the story.
Tonight we're dedicating our stadium, and for the first time it will be named other than Hatter Stadium. Tonight it will be renamed N. Dennis Steinley Memorial Stadium. Coach Steinley passed this past year, and it's important to us. He's coached for over 29 to 30 years, and those days, as we know, are gone. We aren't going to find a coach that's going to coach that many years, be that successful, have that many wins. It was important to our high school and our school district community.
Played for Coach Steinley in 91 and 92, and he was a great coach. I mean, a guy to be respected, you would do anything for. Just taught you a lot of life lessons also.
When I married him, that was his life, and I loved it too. So we all did it. We worked at it. We attended all the games. We just loved doing it.
The stadium dedication started on his passing, and the Alumni Association got involved and asked if we would consider renaming the stadium. And they went to Mr. Williams and myself, and obviously we had a conversation with the superintendent, Curtis Griffin, and our school board, and they were on board. Everyone was on board from the get-go.
Very much a motivator by telling us when we did good, when we did bad, what we're doing wrong.
He was a good man. He was a mentor to kids. He was a mentor to adults also. He did things the right way. He's the only one to coach a District 1 championship team here at the high school for football.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, you think about it coming up to this, but seeing it up there and reflecting back, on his career and his legacy and all the people that have been involved. I think it's important that the community and the people who played for him recognize that this is an honor for them as well as it is for him.
Steinle has coached at Hatboro-Horsham High School for over 3 decades and achieved several coaching awards for HH. Hatboro-Horsham School District hosts a business networking event 3 times a year. This past business networking event was hosted at the high school level. Local businesses are invited to make connections with the district and learn what students are up to.
Coffee is flowing and minds are growing. Hatboro-Horsham School District held its quarterly business networking event at the high school level. Local businesses attended to learn what is new in the high school and the district.
Really the goal of our meetings when we do this is to open our buildings to the public. We want our businesses to come in and see who we are, how we teach, and form partnerships with us to help us better educate our students.
The businesses were in for more than just a quiet morning.
I know you're out of work today, but I'm going to put you to work this morning.
Principal Williams had an outstanding presentation. The businesses were so engaged in what he spoke about, and they too saw the need for change.
Raising kids who are completely different than what we've become accustomed to. So here's what I want you to do today. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk a little bit about change.
Change is happening every day, so a pop quiz was given out. The businesses had to solve a puzzle. Once solved, a new piece was thrown in to show how change can be difficult.
So for us as an organization, we have to constantly understand and accept change and then change our practices in order to accommodate that.
While school teaching has changed over the past few years, companies are changing too.
That it's not just reading, writing, and arithmetic. They're getting them prepared to fill jobs that are available or going to be developed in the next few years.
The businesses were pleased with how much the school is preparing students for life after school.
I appreciated really how the education is changing to really prepare people for the workforce and for what we as business owners, business leaders need.
Overall, there is one message to take away from the day.
Every day our lives are different. We can't follow the same patterns that we followed before. Businesses are finding that with their own experience, with how their customers react and how they have to change their products and update everything. And that's what we're finding in our school community too. You know, the children learn differently today, and we have to teach how they learn and expand their minds to the opportunities in the future that we're even finding out. What are those opportunities?
Dr. Curtis Griffin also spoke at the event, updating the community on the district and business opportunities with the new Crooked Billet Elementary School.
We are going to be looking to the community to see if there's any business that would be interested in sponsoring various components of some of the items that will be included or some of the displays that will be included in this particular area.
The next business networking event will be held sometime in January. For HHTV, I'm Amanda Trevel.
The next business networking event will be held at Simmons Elementary School sometime in January. If you would like to attend, email Jeannie Hagan for more information at jhagan@hatboro-horsham.org. Now it's time to head over into the wonderful world of sports with Alex Donaldson. Alex?
Welcome to the Hatters Sports Report. I'm Alex Donaldson. On Friday, October 26th, the Hatters football team took on Plymouth Whitemarsh, but before the game, Hatters Stadium was officially renamed as N. Dennis Steinle Memorial Stadium. Also before the game, seniors from the marching band, cheerleading squad, and the football team were honored in a pre-game ceremony. Now, on to the highlights. The Hatters entered the game with a 4-4 record and hoping to make senior night even more special with a victory. First quarter, no score when PW's Chris Pierce runs in for a touchdown to give the Colonials an early 7-0 lead. After a 90-yard kickoff return by touchdown by Amir Bookard, Hatters running back Jordan Collazo runs 35 yards for a touchdown to give the Hatters a 14-7 lead with 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Collazo gets the call again in the second quarter as he breaks through the line and runs 35 yards for a touchdown. Collazo finished the night with 3 touchdowns and rushed for 148 yards. Hatters up 21-7 with 9:04 left in the second quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining in the half, and Hatters quarterback Will Riemenschneider connects with Riley Robinson from 6 yards out to give the Hatters a 28-7 lead going into halftime. The Hatters never looked back, winning the game by a score of 56-35. That victory helped the Hatters achieve a winning season, finishing 5-4 overall. The Red and Black finished the year with a 4-2 conference record. Hatboro-Horsham will face rival Upper Moreland in the Thanksgiving football game on November 22nd. HHTV will televise that game on Comcast Cable Channel 28 and Verizon Channel 33. The game will also be live streamed on the Hatboro-Horsham School District YouTube channel. That will do it for this edition of the Hatter Sports Report. Now, back to the news desk.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Charlie Schultz, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and visit our new website, hh-tv.com. Thanks, and have a great day.